Well, folks, this is the 14.5 mile mark, a rather interesting area to explore some additional geology. This is looking east, and the always favorite area is over here looking north. And again, we're on North Shore Road. Okay, down there is looking to the west. And over here is some interesting geology to look at. This mountain over here, I thought that was Mount Hamlin, but I think I'm wrong on that. It's a volcanic mountain over there, but and it's probably associated more with the Black Mesa volcanics. And as usual, over here is looking south into the sun. This deep valley down in here. But up here, walking down a little bit, you get to see some interesting geology along this face here. This purplish material here, I'm just wondering if this is part of the petrified forest member of the Shinle Formation. What's interesting up here is you get to see a boundary between a quaternary deposit and this purplish formation. It's different shades of purple, light purple, then it gets a darker purple. Just walk up here and take a closer look at it. But you can see up here this quaternary deposits, a very distinct separation. Come up here a little closer, across the street here, and take a closer look at this. But you see this lower formation, it's a dark purple. It's kind of platy through there. But if you look up there, it's a distinct boundary. And that's all material that surely has been deposited in the last 8,000 years, 20,000 years or more. That so-called quaternary period. Let's just keep walking down here. There is this one area where there's an erosion area that exposes even more. Yeah, here it is right here. And again, this is my designated 14.5 mile mark. Further to the west, to the 14.2 mile mark here on North Shore Road, is that Triassic period exposure. You get the Shinle Formation. You've got the Shurump member and the petrified forest member. But let's walk up in here. This is a really neat area right here. Get up in here through this debris. But again, all this material down here is all purple. Could this be part of the petrified forest member? But then as you walk in, this reddish brown material in here, is that the Shurump member right behind it. And then as you look up, a distinct, it's a very sedimentary formation, a light tan. It's got a lot of sharp angular blocks in it. That's got to be you know, a deposit in the last 8,000, again 20,000, whatever. But if you hold it in your hand, it's extremely fragile, this upper layer here. Let's walk in a little closer if I can. It's hard to get the right footing in here. But again, here's this, it's real angular. I mean, what was the environment that caused that? A flash flood that just brought it all through here. Again, the purples. And then all of a sudden, just a real distinct separation there of this tan material that crumbles. It easily crumbles in your hand. You know, it couldn't be that old. But then you see here another layer. It's sort of a brownish red color. That clearly is there is a conglomerate material. Here's another feature. If you look there, you can see the separation. That's what I find fascinating here, this purple material, and then all of a sudden a really clear, distinct boundary to this younger, much younger material here. But in here is this reddish brown, and then there's some sort of a white material. Maybe that's gypsum, a vein of gypsum. Again, this is brown, reddish brown, and then up here is this distinct layer. It's, the pieces are all angular, so it wasn't it's more of a breccia type material. And again, when I hold a chunk of that, it just breaks up. It's just very loose. Okay, let's walk out of this area. Here it's the debris that's coming down is a fine, where you can trip and fall and everything. Let's get to, here's more of the material falling down from up there. Walk down through here without tripping on some of this stuff. Again, this is a light purple through here, this debris. But you see that that material up there. Walk over here. Here you have a gully here, but the formation continues to extend on. And there's that Shinleish Rump formation that's I highlighted in my 14.2 mile mark video. It's just flows through here, flows along through here along the road, and it just keeps going further down, another half mile or more. You can see the exposure, how it'll cross the road, and then it'll be over here on the south side. This would be sort of like the southeast side area over here. But down just a little bit more here. I'll walk back to my truck. But again, here's this interesting area there where it's been, the erosion has opened it up a little bit to see that separation. I don't know if you can see it or not, but again, this material up front is purple. Then there's that reddish brown in the back, that face there. And then above it is all this tan breccia material that all the pieces are angular, so there wasn't a lot of water action on it to round it off. But this is zoomed in. But all this down along here is purple. And then again, not to overemphasize it, but that's a reddish brown, a different depositions. And of course, our younger stuff up here, this quaternary material up here. And again, I don't see that being more than 8,000 years old. It's just really new. Of course, I'm always, as a beginner, I reserve the right to be wrong on everything, but pretty neat. These two distinctly different depositional environments through here. Let's just keep walking through here. And on back to my truck. Here you can see it again. Now this is, instead of purple, it's now more of the reddish brown material. Then up here, the material gets more of a platey, breaks off in plates. Okay. Now this is what I'm thinking might be that shrimp member through here. It breaks up into these plates. I have a sample that I took home to take a more close up and a macro pictures of. But right through here, it's that reddish brown, and it's clearly a conglomerate in this exposure here. Well, as you can see, it's there's pebbles and little tiny pebbles in there. Look down a little more, back to my truck down there. Here's a closer look. Well, it's pretty interesting. It's something to try and figure out. Here's an example of how it breaks out into plates. Get this. See here. Well, anyway, another fun day here, out here. Again, this is this will be my 14.5 mile mark video. Beautiful day here in Lake Mead Recreation Area.